of the business.
Nice.
And to do that, I would have to come down to the training facility. Now, it was going to be all expenses paid. They were going to fly me down. They were going to take care of my hotel. And I was going to spend an entire
I wonder what he did with
day
the Nets, man.
you know, pretty much in Orlando, where NXT is located. To be honest with you, I was excited to go down.
Welcome,
and,
everybody.
You know,
It's SmackDown time almost.
Just how amazing the
Make sure you
facility
take
was,
part
but
in
I'd
the
never seen it. So
in the
I
poll.
knew it was going to be just
Your favorite moment, favorite part of SmackDown for 2023.
Arrived in Florida the night before.
Right now, Damage Control is winning. I didn't see that coming.
Setting my
I'm glad I
suit
put it
out
on there.
for the next day. I took 3 possible suits for one interview, and I just wanted to make sure I looked the part. I wanted to walk in and have them immediately be able to visualize me in that role. Tom had given me a bit of advice leading up to that, and he said, and he asked me point blank.
Yeah, that's on
"Nathan,
YouTube.
Are you familiar with the product?" And you know, I didn't.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good
I said,
voice.
I'm actually not, and I explained to him why I do not watch, and he said, "No problem. Just familiarize yourself with our product." So the day of the interview, I arrive at the facility, and it's actually one of the times I've actually been on time in my life. I immediately meet with Tom, and he comes up and just could not be more gracious of a host. You know, takes a few minutes out to show
J-Rock,
me
welcome, by the way.
everything. And I'll tell you, when they talk about the facility, they undersell it, because it's
Place
amazing.
looks
So
epic.
after, you know, I said my hellos, after I met a lot of people, then Tom took me back into a room where they have several monitors set up. Now, what they do with these monitors is, you know, they go over and they practice. They get themselves ready for live television, and they get themselves ready by calling old matches, and that's what we were going to do that day. Now, Tom knew some of the guys that I had wrestled with. He knew who I was comfortable with. I remember he pulled about, I think he pulled about 6 matches out for me to call. He knew I was comfortable and buddies with Matt Cardona, so he actually pulled one of Matt's and Brian's old tag matches out just to help aid me with my comfort level. So we then spend the next few hours just calling different matches, and he's guiding me. He's telling me, okay, do it this way. And I remember one of the things he told me is, if you're going to get this job, one of the things they want you to bring to it is just your experience. If you have a relationship with certain wrestlers, don't be afraid to bring that up and say it, because that's going to be what separates you. That's going to be what the listeners at home are going to want to hear. And they're going to want to hear stories. They're going to want to hear behind the scenes. They're going to want to hear
a really good point,
things
actually.
that
It's
you
relaxing
can't
after work. How was work?
necessarily catch by watching the show. I thought it went extremely well. We called matches for a few hours.
Out
By
of
this
the
time,
ordinary happened?
The training was in full effect. He took me over to the ring where guys were preparing for an upcoming live event that they were going to have. Some of the talent was in the ring. Some of the talent was, getting their hair cut. Some of the talents were getting a workout in. During this time, while there, I happened to bump into Hunter, and it was good catching up with Hunter. He and I probably talked for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Called up. Just found out.
Just don't tell him how long ago you
We
wrestled
didn't
someone.
We didn't talk to business. We talked family.
Yeah, don't bring that
and
up.
how
Just make it
we've,
sound like it
been,
was
just on a personal level.
yesterday.
So it was good catching up with him. Todd and I, we went back and we spoke a little bit more. And Todd called Michael Cole, and Michael asked him, immediately said, "How is he?" And Todd was honest with him. He said, there's something here. There's something here. Yeah, but is he TV ready today? No, of course not. He would need to be here.
Can you imagine how much pressure that would be?
Several months.
They call you into
working
to
on
the
his
performance
craft.
center to do
They come back to me,
commentary.
they
I'd
say,
be so
"Maven, if you were given the
shaken."
opportunity
I would pretend I'm not, but I'd be
to accept a job, but we told you
like,
had
yikes.
to move here, and it would take you 6 to 12 months coming to this facility and just working.
Let her eat all her food, then
working by the
complain after it was
monitors and
cold.
just learning different matches.
For it to
Is that
remake it
something
for
that
her
you're willing to do
take home, but
at
she's
this
like, no, you had to
level
comp
and
her
at this
bill.
stage? And I said, absolutely. I'll start packing tonight.
Cheap
Tell me
people.
when. I'll
That
move
sucks,
here
man.
as soon as possible.
Maybe she needed
After
it though.
being at the
You might
facility,
have
I would
helped
say
somebody
a
out.
good maybe 4
Probably sucked at the
hours.
moment, but there's
I
probably
left just
probably
on
something
top of
else
the
going
world.
on.
I was excited. I was
probably
no
helped her
longer
out.
working with the Brooklyn Nets.
Tuesday
This
was the
before
anniversary of
my
Brody's
current
passing.
job.
Oh.
Now working in finance in New York, so I was between employment at the time. To pick up money, I was doing, I was working the indies.
I'm sorry that happened, man, but you might have helped somebody out.
Get to the hotel.
You did a good thing.
And then I see it flashing up on the TV screen, and every hope that I had was dashed in a second. And what did I see flashed up on the TV screen was NBA to cancel their regular season. What I didn't tell you was the date of my interview. And that date, and I'll never forget it, was March 11th, 2020, the day that the entire world shut down. Now, when I went down to Orlando, we all knew about the pandemic. Everybody knew about COVID. But we didn't know exactly what COVID was going to turn into. No one thought for a second that it was going to be something that shut the entire world down. But we were soon to find out exactly what we were up against. Worrying about that job was, I mean, it took second place because obviously we started hearing about just what was going on. Obviously, you heard about people getting sick and family members being lost. My goal immediately turned into making it back to getting back to New York.
Oh my goodness!
At the time, we didn't know if things were going to be shut down.
Yeah, it's McCray, so and he's got some
New York within a month.
Upgrades.
The entire world was on lockdown.
Yo, Eddie McCray. Eddie is all day. Is it gonna let me type in the chat or not? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And by this point, he had been released from the WWE, but I'm happy he landed on his feet working with Impact Wrestling.
The Eddie upgrades.
He told me, he said,
thank you very much.
You did a good job that day, and it's a shame that you came and
20 months
when you did.
Whoa.
Because
thank you so much. 4 in a row, too.
A piece of me almost wishes I
didn't
know this.
That is awesome. Thank you very much, Eddie. Welcome, Panda.
We were ready to, to offer you exactly what we spoke about. Have you come down? Have you just, accept a contract and then just work to see, exactly where you would fit into the rotation of the WWE programming. Who knows? I might have got down there and sucked. I might have got down there and they'd be like, wow, we fired this guy in 05. We should have just
left him alone
with our instincts. The opportunity for me to be hired during that time was nothing. Life is not what happens to you. Life is how you react to what happens to you. I could have just gotten more bitter, but I didn't. Instead, I waited for my next opportunity. And you might ask, what was my next opportunity? Well, you're watching it right now.
Nice.
To hear about the time that the WWE offered me.
That's cool, man. It's cool that his next opportunity is here. I wonder if they're ever going to call him back. He's getting more popular on YouTube as we speak, so that might be something that they'll look at as, a good part of the bargain. Because I'd say he's more popular now than he was in 2020. It's time for SmackDown.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's bring it in. It ain't the new year just yet.
LA Night,
You might have seen The Miz on Monday bringing the best of Raw. But if we're talking about the absolute best of 2023,
let's go.
Whose game is it? With everybody saying. So WWE Universe.
Joe 10.
SmackDown has had one
it's
hell of a year,
the best of SmackDown.
Knows a hell of a year better than I do. And with all the noise of a megastar setting fire to Friday
welcome
night,
to the tube.
It's no surprise that everybody wants to be back on the
look, everything's got a vote so far. What was you guys' favorite part of SmackDown in 2023? There's 4 choices on here. One of them is other, so if none of those 3 are your favorite, choose other. Vote for other, and then tell me what you thought. Wild card, what's up, man? Hopping in on break. Catch you after the show. All right, man. Thanks for popping in. We'll see you then. Dang, dude, I forgot about that. But I didn't want to put like one-time things as a moment on there anyway. I considered putting CM Punk, but I don't know. I wanted to kind of put the moments in time. You're dying, Panda? What? What's happening?
We've made moments.
For Pop-Tarts?
Mom, shut up! We've made headlines.
Almost 20 pounds the bad way? Oh no.
And I'm out too.
Ooses.
We've seen new champions crowned. She counts it in! Io Sky wins the championship! An incredible outpouring of emotion. With one right
You have banana bread Pop-Tarts. Oh. Banana bread Pop-Tarts? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Break records and make history.
Are they good? Or is that why you're dying? Because they're not good. Creepy Roman statue. Jeez, Roman. They went all in on this. They were like, Roman's our guy. We're sticking with him.
That's why you guys brought me here to talk about the bloodline. As far as I'm concerned, ignore.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Where were we? Resolutions. Champagne. Confetti.
Oh, they're great. Oh, nice.
2024, we will see you soon. Deuces.
Hey, this is the part I was talking about.
SmackDown, the absolute best of 2023 begins.
I got a whole gallon of
paid by the hour. Hit the countdown, dummy.
Pumpkin pie ice cream for $1.77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of SmackDown on Fox, which is sponsored by.
How much of the studio is real? It looks good, but I'm having trouble like separating how much of it is real and how much of it is computer animation.
Here every single Friday night on SmackDown.
Sleepy Redmond.
The man, the myth, the legend, Corey Graves. And Corey, for the next couple of hours, we're going to relive the absolute best of 2023.
Without a doubt, this past year has been one of the greatest in WWE history. And as you just saw, some new and some familiar faces made 2023 truly unforgettable.
Graves either.
But perhaps none bigger than the return of the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Oh.
The 16-time champ came
John
all the way
Cena
back to prove to
sucks.
himself and the WWE Universe that he still had the hustle, the loyalty, and the respect needed to remain.
Drew was talking about them weeks ago, and Chase was at Pop-Tart game yesterday.
Bloodline, and more specifically, Solo Sikoa, who at the direction of his tribal chief, Roman Reigns, looked to eliminate John Cena from the WWE.
The Pop-Tarts made him late.
Last month, these two men would meet in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel. Would Solo in his devastating Samoan spike silence John Cena for good?
Draco, have you come up with any ideas of what you want your character to be?
In his storied career.
Oh yeah, the Crown Jewel match.
Wear down Solo. 20-year plus veteran of the game. Cena knows every trick in the book. Oh!
This was such a good match for Solo, man. I think this really cemented him as an enforcer, as a threat.
Last night on SmackDown.
Yeah, Crown Jewel was fun.
Laying out Solo Sikoa and looking to continue here tonight. Again, wrapping up the arm of Sikoa. And Cena's been doing a great job, a relentless attack.
You guys see my Gritty Simpson on YouTube? I made a new one. It's the surprise Gritty Simpson.
He's had a strategy on how to defeat
Goki,
every
welcome.
single one. But this is a
Goki.
very complex equation for him to solve.
Goki's having some good food, man. Aw, come on. Jimmy John's, really? Jimmy John's. You know, Jimmy John's a best of show. Jimmy John's like, I'm going to show you my best of. Tomorrow is World's End, man. I'm actually excited about it for many different reasons, but the main reason is the devil stuff. I really hope it just we finally find out what's up.
And again, John
WB
things coming into this matchup like, I need to
WB,
deliver.
welcome.
I can't lose.
The Gritty Simpsons are great. Thanks, man.
Fans and the noise behind
I just came up with it one day. I was like, what if I was in The Simpsons? Because I love The Simpsons. I'm like, what if I was in it? And then I made it, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. I gotta show people.
Sikoa may tell him that tonight, Wade, as he looks for the Samoan strike now.
The devil stuff is lame, Panda. It has overstayed its welcome a little bit, I'd say. It's about time for them to wrap it up.
Kick out at 2.
John Cena, as much as we don't
John
ever
Cena.
want to see that big R word, the retirement, facing guys like Solo
It's a loud show, man.
out of the spotlight when you're not battle hard
Swerve,
like
Keith
you
Lee.
used to be.
Oh, it'll deliver. I'm
It's
just wondering.
very difficult to see a path to victory at times.
I'm just wondering how much offense they're going to let Keith Lee get in. Swerve is on a heck of a run right now, and I feel like sometimes they quench a little bit of people's fire by having them in a bit too competitive of a match. You know what I mean? If Swerve is in there fighting against like Moxley and stuff and almost winning, I don't think Keith Lee should be giving him the match of his life. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's just not Keith Lee's time right now. I'm sure it'll be great, but there's like 20 matches on the fight card or something. There's like 11 matches. It's going to be like a 5-hour pay-per-view. I think they could do with just letting Swerve get a definitive win against them. Or maybe this is their way to build up Keith Lee. You know, if they're going to do one of those two things, then I'm fine with it. But if it's just one of those flash in the pan things and then he's off TV for another couple weeks, then just don't bother making it a great match. Top Randy versus Knight versus Styles was on tonight. Stayed up till 1 a.m. Oh yeah, no, it's on New Year's Revolution. Does Collision happen tonight with the pay-per-view? I don't know. I really have no idea. If you guys could find that out for me. That's one thing that I forgot to look up today. Yeah, coming in and it's done. It's like, well, don't give them a great match then, because all you're doing is you're getting people's hopes up. You're doing a stop-start type of thing, so it's like you're over-promising and under-delivering on the payoff. Like, that's why you build people up, is so that people want to see more of them, right? Don't build someone up to not see them again. You're letting people down, and that's where the goodwill starts whittling away. And that's one of the things I feel has been affecting AEW recently, is that the goodwill is starting to be whittled down. So it's not getting the passes it used to get. When it was brand new, some of the stuff that they're doing right now would be okay, but it's like they're whittling down that goodwill, and so it's not having the same opportunity in people's minds, in some people's minds. Not everything is bad. They do a lot of good stuff, but it's just things like that whittle it down over time. Yeah, if you guys could find out what's up with Collision, I would love to know. Unless it already happened today. I don't know what happened. Normally they tell us, you know. Normally Excalibur's rattling it off on Dynamite so that we know what's going to happen if things are changing to a different day or a different channel or something. But I didn't hear any of that. It's commercial break right now, by the way, guys. Collision is not on tonight, so they just canceled Collision or what? Pretty sure TBS or TNT is not going to be very happy about that. It's supposed to be a 52 weeks a year type of operation with Collision. Yeah, building for longer periods, and I think it's just they have so many people on the roster. It's like it's a good problem to have, but it also makes things difficult. Collision as a pre-show? You think they'll do it tomorrow before World's End? That could be kind of cool.
To finally put John Cena away, and again, Cena avoids. There's the shoulder tackle.
Is John Cena back? No. This is They're showing what happened on Crown Jewel. This whole show is a best of 2023, so you're not going to see much new on this besides the hosts. Messi, what's up?
And now Cena measuring Sikoa, has Solo up. Went for the AA, Sikoa able to
he's back, but we can't see him. That was so funny yesterday when we saw the bear on Tekken. They ended up fighting Panda after I was like, do you know this guy?
Just as Cena refound that belief and was about to hit that AA, immediately taken away by this monstrous Samoan.
I see the pitch black match, yeah.
Cena where he wants him. Went for the spike, blocked again by John. John Cena able to block the Samoan spike again.
The huge tuna, yeah.
Takedown,
the salmon master.
Doesn't quite have
Nicholas,
it all.
what's
Now
up?
He does. Solo Sikoa trying to drag himself to the bottom rope or tap out perhaps.
Almost saw a tap out from Solo Sikoa, something I never thought.
If you guys can, if you can get over there, I would appreciate you guys leaving a thumbs up on the YouTube stream.
John Cena kicked away by Sikoa.
Look at the powers of recovery.
Oh, he got him. He got him with a spike.
Spiked him.
Solo got Cena with a spike from out of nowhere.
Yeah, he leaned all the way into that too.
By Cena to the arm. Solo Sikoa.
You're going to the Royal Rumble.
Well, if Solo
Nice,
Sikoa
Griff.
made a pin there, this one would have been over.
That's cool, man. That's a big money ticket right there.
Such is the sacrifice he's willing to make to put away the
Royal Rumble's probably, I'd say,
back to his feet.
maybe my favorite pay-per-view besides WrestleMania, classically.
Sikoa is like
I subscribe to YouTube. Oh, thanks, Messi.
But yet Cena again trying to drag himself to his feet. And this time a third.
It's always been on my bucket list, man.
A defenseless John
I had a
Cena
chance to go to the Rumble that Edge came back at, but
and still no cover.
I decided to save the money. It was a better decision because I think I would have been in a little bit of financial trouble if I would have done that instead of just staying home.
Choking for breath.
Can't wait to play Tekken 8. Been practicing Tekken 7. Oh.
And again,
Goodness gracious.
Spike.
This is becoming grotesque. Is Solo even trying to win at this point?
So loud, SmackDown.
He was assigned the task of taking out Cena, and he's doing just that with a savage beatdown of the greatest of all time.
This referee needs to stop it.
Just pin him already.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah, but yeah, it's true.
An emphatic win.
That was a great Rumble too.
Massive statement from the bloodlines in
La 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 la.
Solo Sikoa steps out of that shit.
I've been destined to win. Alpha Omega at the end. We can't be friends. If you was scoped in my lens, you know I follow no trends. I love that song. I missed the Sammy dancing to it though. MJF number 30 in the men's rumble. Oh my god, dude! If MJF leaves AEW, that's astronomical arrow to the knee.
A man who is selflessly given of himself to children.
I don't think it will hurt them.
A true leader.
I don't think it'll hurt their like viewership numbers, but it'll continue that downward slide that they're having. That's the question. Who do you think, as the former champ that's returning to day one? Where are you hearing this at?
Of all time.
An absolutely surreal scene in Riyadh as the WWE Universe paid their respect to the man who has epitomized it for over 2 decades.
It's pretty cool that they've kept Cena out of the spotlight since this match too. It really sells the devastation.
Let's hear from the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I don't know where you're hearing that, man, because we don't do rumors in here.
Universe.
So if you're not hearing it straight from WWE themselves, then
all dressed up to celebrate
please don't put it in the chat.
Wonderful group of people. A toast to the WWE Universe for making my 2023. As you know, I was able to return to SmackDown in the fall.
Hey, you can talk again.
And the reception and the respect, I will never forget.
Yeah, no rumors, guys. Stop with the rumors.
Know how much
we don't do that here. You can do that on your own time, but I don't want rumors or spoilers or dirt sheet stuff in the chat. It just ruins hype. It ruins anticipation.
Always welcomed me as one of your own.
One of the best parts about wrestling is not knowing outcomes.
Into your generosity, your empathy.
Yeah, don't do it, man. No rumors.
And your excitement. I look forward to the next time.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but
I wanted to take a moment.
It's just not
to truly say,
not a thing I really want.
Thank you for making this a wonderful year for me and for my family.
It's like reading the whole script of the Avengers before the movie comes out. It's like, what's the point
Until
of that?
the next round. Cheers.
I understand being excited, but isn't it best to just watch the story unfold the way the director envisioned it?
It's a night of returns.
Pat McAfee.
This is Austin's Eerie Live.
That was so good of them. No, this is so good because they made it look like Pat McAfee was the surprise and The Rock comes out. It's like, dang, man. Masterful. This year has been crazy. Absolutely crazy. Meteoric rise of WWE. And 9/10 of it has changed. Yeah, but you know the script, but you don't get to see it. Like you don't get to see it. You don't get to see it happen, and then you watch the movie, and it's like you already know what's coming next. It's like, I don't know about this. The best of 2023 preview special of 2024 is on Peacock. Is it up there now? Oh, the New Year's Revolution logo, they changed a little bit. It's golden under it now. It's kind of cool if MJF showed up. He'd draw a lot more viewers to their shows every week. I don't know about that. I feel like MJF is good, but he's a big fish in a smaller pond right now. I feel like swimming with these people, it will help his career maybe, but I don't think it will have a crazy impact to ratings over time. I think he's big in his pond, but coming over here, he's with just megalodons. Not that there aren't megalodons in AEW, but just it's just a different type of pool to be swimming in. You know what I mean? Like he's good for there, but over here he'll definitely do well, but I think it would be a slow rise if they're going to get any viewership out of it. I don't think it would immediately gain them 500,000 viewers or anything. I think he'd do well. I don't think there's anything wrong with MJF. It's just where he's at, he stands out. When I was growing up, if someone spoiled the end or a twist M. Night Shyamalan movie, you get slapped. That happened to me, man. I had this friend at my previous job, and he was so into wrestling. Like, he subscribed to Wrestling Observer and all that stuff, and he would show me pictures of wrestlers and stuff and be like, yo, this is the guy who's coming to WWE. And I'm like, what? Who's that? He's like, oh, you never seen him before? And he was talking about Finn Balor. And I'm like, nah, I don't know who that is. He's like, man, he like paints himself up. Look, he looks like Spider-Man. I'm like, okay. That sounds kind of cool, I guess. But he told me about Finn Balor coming to WWE before he ever did. I was like, okay, cool. And then I remember the day that it broke me, all his spoilers, because I'd started to get back into it. He got me back into watching wrestling again, but then he also kind of messed it up for me a bit, because he told me that that Sting was showing up. This was before Sting came to WWE. We hadn't seen Sting since WCW or whatever. And I remember the day I was at my desk, and we, different people had different schedules. So he was on his lunch break. I was at my desk and I'm doing my job, and he like power walks in the room and he sits on my desk, and he's like, I could tell that something's up. He's really excited. And so I get off a call, I hang up the phone, and he's like, dude, Sting is coming to WWE. And then he tells me everything that's going to happen. He's like, he's gonna help Dolph Ziggler win this match and all this. And he's going to show up and he's going to save him. I was like, what? Nah, come on, man. And then I'm watching the pay-per-view later, and it happens. And Sting comes out, and it's Sting. And I'm like, yes, it's Sting. Great. And I remember I came to work the next day, the next day that I was working with him, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear any more spoilers, man. you robbed me of like a once in a lifetime type of thing. Well, it was actually twice now, but at the time I was like, dude, don't tell me any spoilers anymore.
New Year's resolution for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, Jackie, the new year's all about new horizons.
Sure.
Chasing the 24/7 title.
And no two men represented that in 2023 more than Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
And it was back at
This
the Royal
Corey,
Rumble,
this
where
Corey
Kevin
Graves
Owens tried to
outfit
take
is
down
killing me,
Roman
man.
Reigns, but the bloodline would once again prove to be too much.
My favorite Gertz
I mean, the
was, what's a Gertz? The Weird Al story and the creator. Oh, movie of the year. Maybe that's what you mean. Having Rampage, and then after that, a half-hour show build up to the pay-per-view tomorrow. Don't see Collision anywhere. Dang, Jimmy Johns. Got you working overtime? Taking care of business every day. I love the Homer Simpson thumbnail. That's me. That's me as a Simpson. Words. I wish you live stream Alan Wake. I do live stream Alan Wake, but I do it on Twitch because the game has some copyrighted music in it and stuff, and I don't want to catch any problems or have the stream go down. I just feel like it's a lot safer and just more smooth to stream games on Twitch. So you could just come to my Twitch channel and watch. It's basically just like YouTube. Well, there's some differences, but watching it and interacting in the chat and all that is basically identical.
This is brilliant. The Usos are trying to lure Kevin over to possibly force a disqualification.
Sasha was the comeback. Would she fit in, or would she be another Jade Cargill? Wait, what? How would she not fit in? She's already been here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. WB, thank you for the bits. The first cheer of the day. Thank you very much.
Listen, if you look at WWE as a whole, the Bloodline have everything.
Oh yeah. Is that the first cheer today?
The Usos don't want to be the ones to spring the first leak.
Let's take a look.
Look at this vicious side of Jey Uso. Boom!
Down since day one-ish, yeah. Yes. Okay. I was correct. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes if I forgot that they cheered previously. Thank you very much, man. We the ones. Bailey's been giving hints. Yeah.
This is our main event of WrestleMania Saturday, sold out.
I think Sasha will fit in just fine if she comes back here. As long as she can keep her attitude in check. She seems like one of those like young bucks type of people. Like it's all good when you're the center of attention, but then as soon as any of that slips, it's like all of a sudden the chip appears on the shoulder. It's like they get mad when not everybody's talking about them. Which brand would she be good at? She'd probably hang out with Bailey, so she'd probably SmackDown. She seems like a blue brand person to me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Panda. What does Alan call his new smoothie store? Alan Shakes. Is that what he calls it? Alan Shakes. Yeah, I got it right.
And then second, frog splashes. This is 270 plus pounds crashing down across the floor. Jey Uso not ready to give up yet. Kevin Owens kicked to the midsection, went for the stunner. Jey Uso able to
You know what would shake everybody up is if she went to Impact.
Cover now. To retain. Hook the leg on
What if she does? What if she goes to not AEW or WWE? She shows up in Impact to hang out with Naomi. I got it. Words. Good one. No, I need an Alan Wake shake. It'd probably be coffee flavored.
One of the things the Usos had to do was weather that emotional storm, Corey. KO and Sami Zayn.
Bayley's going to be out of damage control before damage control. Dakota Kai kicks her out, and then Bayley is going to reveal Sasha to fight Dakota Kai. Yeah.
To use their term, locked it down.
And I think by that time they should have the tag team titles, the women's tag team titles on damage control. That way they can fight over the title at like WrestleMania or something. Women's tag team titles like Io Sky and Asuka versus Sasha and Bayley. Ooh, dude, that's like a co-main event. Sounds glorious.
A first child.
Sounds gloriously just perfect. Sasha and Bianca would be a great match. Oh yeah. Sasha versus Bianca, Sasha versus Rhea Ripley, Sasha versus Asuka, Sasha versus Bayley. Even in the meantime, they've already done the like friendship breakdown thing, but hey, if it works, it works. Who else? Oh, you got call-ups. You got just epic stuff galore, man. Can you imagine if she gets into some trouble with the witches and the witches start like trying to hex her up or something? Sasha Banks' hair starts falling out or something, and she's like, ah. I gotta put these people on the screen. My bad, guys. All right. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It could be like this right here. Like this match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn reuniting as friends and fighting at WrestleMania for the tag titles. It could be just like that with the Bayley and Sasha. No, tag team titles on Bayley and Sasha. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They get them. They'll win them at WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying. But just have the titles on the Damage Control girls first. That way they beat them for them at WrestleMania. Sasha and Bayley win them. Why wouldn't Asuka and Kairi be the tag champion? Oh yeah, they could do that too. No, I'd like to see two belt EO, you know? Where's Sammy at? Oh, there he is. He was hiding. He was hiding behind KO. That's a good point, Ringmaster. Sasha comes back though, she can go anywhere because she didn't sign. That's true. Maybe they could do the thing they did with Randy Orton and CM Punk, where they like fight over what brand she goes to. So Postman Pierce and Nick Aldis are having like a little bidding war or something. That could be good. Solo! Wait, are they fighting the Usos here? I'm gonna wait for it to come back. Asuka and Kairi are basically out of damage control too, really? So wait, you're saying that Dakota Kai's gonna be all by herself? Because if damage control, if Bayley's out and then Asuka and Io are out, or Asuka and Kairi are out, then who's left? Kabuki. I like how you spelled that. Rhea Ripley versus Becky is going to be fire when they pulled the switch on it. Yeah, someday. I could see that being a WrestleMania match, and if it's anything like the Charlotte and Rhea match from last WrestleMania, then it's already a wrap. That match was incredible. To me, that was in the running for match of the year. That match was just so ridiculously good. Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, man. Greatness. Yes, the Usos. It's not paranoia. Did he get him now?
Look out. Owens bringing the fight on the outside, dribbling Jimmy Uso's skull.
Dakota Kai's stuck in a pickle.
Kevin Owens looked like he was going for the power bomb.
Yeah.
Super kick.
We do an Elimination Chamber, though. Get more recognition. Elimination Chamber is going to be a weird pay-per-view because of where they're having it and what time it's going to be on. It's like my most worrisome pay-per-view of the year because I think it's coming on at like 5 a.m. or something where I live at. Didn't Paige give them that name? I don't know. Maybe. She was managing them for a second. 1D.
Here's the cover to retain the title.
Wow.
Nobody's ever kicked out of the 1D.
No way.
Dude. Michael Cole on the call right here is so epic. It's going to be like that Beast in the East, yeah.
There's no way.
That stage is so beautiful. The WrestleMania stage, goodness gracious. It looks like a stage I would make if the WWE 2K game would let you create whatever you want. It looks like something that I would put together. I love it so much.
Oh, haluva kick. Sami Zayn's own finishing maneuver. A haluva kick delivered by
Did Excalibur really make up that name, haluva kick? I heard that he made it up. Come here, explode.
Exploder into the corner.
Look at that, Eddie McRae, the boss. I see you.
Somehow able to muster the power to deliver an exploder suplex.
And now Kevin is
Shot champion.
to the apron. Can Sami make it to Kevin Owens? Tag is made. Here comes KO. Pop-up powerbomb.
Goodness gracious.
And another.
Talk about damage.
Power Kevin and Sami functioning.
The ref is just like, whatever. I'm not getting control of this anytime soon. The ref just was like, forget it. Just do whatever you want. She's one unbelievable wrestlers. I like Charlotte a lot, and Rhea is undeniably such a baddie, yeah. And very attractive. Yeah, she's got some mojo, man. She's a trouble. She would be a trouble. Jeez. What was my best moment of this year? And then what was the best fight? I gotta say the pitch black match because it was the last match. Last match we got out of Bray. I gotta say that. Because I feel like all the rest of this stuff can be recreated. Even though at the time it wasn't my favorite thing, it's just, it matters so much to me. So it's, I'd say that whole entire thing, the return of Bray Wyatt and the pitch black match. There's a lot of other really good stuff. Freaking, like I just said, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte at this WrestleMania right here. The Will Ospreay match at All In. That match and the pageantry and just the moment in time was just so epic to me. The Will Ospreay match that we saw, him versus oh god, what's his name? The guy he fought in New Japan right before his title got destroyed. That match is, I just can't get it out of my head. That match, I guarantee, if you watch that match and you don't get a single like emotion in your body, then Might be something wrong. Liam, what's up, man? Ready for the Battle Royal at All In tomorrow? I don't even know who's in it, though. But yeah, I feel like I'm ready. I hope.
Look again at the Uso splash. Doubled up, on point, on target. And Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Michael Cole is crazy right here. He's just killing it on commentary. He's out of his mind hype about this, and he should be.
It's time for a big one. I shudder to think at what he means. Sammy, ripping Jimmy to the outside. Jimmy set over the Spanish announce table. Kevin Owens down. Oh no! Oh my God.
I love the MJF. The look with the scarf. Thanks. RJB, welcome. I try to like color code my outfits for the show sometimes. I know most people probably don't care, but I think, you know, the details matter. You see what I did there? He's just talking about Bray Wyatt, and now I say the little details matter. Yeah, I'm live for World's End tomorrow. I'm excited for World's End, man. I just feel like it's such a turning point. I feel like this pay-per-view needs to be a super hit.
And another.
Look at this.
Here comes Jimmy.
Stunners. Number one stunner. It's the number one stunner. Stunning the Usos. He should have been like, I'm sorry, I love you. And then kick him in the head. That's done, dude. Great match. What a moment, man. They spent so much time and energy building this bloodline storyline that, and I've seen people say that Roman Reigns has not elevated anybody in this entire reign, and it's like, what are you watching? What show are you watching? Roman Reigns is part of the main reasons that Sami Zayn has main evented pay-per-views and won championships and been thrust so into the spotlight. Not just him, but like everybody he's come in contact with the exception of maybe like a LA Knight or something, has benefited from working with the bloodline. How has Roman Reigns not elevated anybody? How has he not helped anyone? Roman Reigns has helped everybody around him, I would say. Yeah, what a great match.
What an emotional scene at SoFi.
Robert, you had to type all that?
Sami Zayn defeated one of the greatest tag teams
That's
of
a
all time
very complex
in the main event
username
of
there.
WrestleMania. And let's take you now to Kathy Kelly, who's standing by with Kevin Owens.
Kathy Kelly.
Kevin, what a wonderful moment. You and Sami Zayn winning
Kevin
championship
Owens.
gold at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to put into words how great that was and what that meant to us.
That's a very in-depth username. Wonder if it stands for something. Is there a story behind that username? Is it an abbreviation for some sort of like paragraph you love? He did @T, I hope. Yeah, that's what I was hoping too. You definitely know when you're picking the right name with that name.
Or not. To make that go away. Next week I beat Santos, I go on to beat Logan, and then restore prestige to the United States Championship. That's my
Sounds
plan.
like you've got your New Year's resolution.
Good luck with
set
that. I don't
for
think
the
he's
New Year's
beating.
resolution.
Ready for New Year's
I don't think he's
Revolution.
beating Logan
Awesome.
Paul, man.
Ah! That was my bad. I'm the one who offered the wrong hand.
I should have.
Wait
I
a
saw
minute,
it in
Panda. What
slow
is all
motion
this?
As it happened.
It's okay. I gotta go.
Okay.
I
Thank you.
don't.
Thanks, Kev.
Is it? I don't
Still to come, social media mogul,
shine.
professional boxer,
I don't know. What is
United
this?
States champion, Logan Paul looks to add to an already impulsive 2023.
Street Fighter 6.
But standing in his way, WWE.
Ah, we're
Hall
getting
of
the Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio match. Nice. They curated this list pretty well, I would say. I haven't disliked any choice that they've made thus far. I hope we get some Damage Control stuff, though. I think that Damage Control had a very good year, especially from where they started. Ugh. Remember when every single time Damage Control came out, it was like, oh, come on, no, not again. They did a good job of, like, turning that whole thing around. It's a code. What does it mean? I gotta know. Nah, I was 10 when I made it. I was a little dumb then. I'm sorry. That's a funny sentence, but I don't. You're probably not dumb. You probably weren't dumb. You probably just decided to type a bunch of stuff. Sometimes I do that when I get super hype. Someone said, "Wow, that's cool. You've had it a while, like your age and something." Yeah. New Street Fighter CAW? Damage Control used to mean turn off the TV, yeah. It used to mean remote control. Like, reach for the remote control. Find out what else is happening. It's a good amount of people actually hanging out for a best of show. I'm glad to have you guys here. Thank you for spending your night here. Secret code. Oh. I want to know what it is, Panda. Don't make me start just typing these letters in the internet and searching all night. What does it mean? I'm like Jim Carrey in that movie 23, where he sees the number 23 everywhere and thinks it means something. I'm like him, like, what? I make one of those pin boards and I'm connecting the letters with the string. Red yarn. It's a PlayStation code, yeah. You type it into the PlayStation Network and it gives you like $5 off. $5 in your wallet. It's commercial break right now, by the way. But up next, we get Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio for the United States title. Like the PlayStation GTA codes, yeah. I think Kevin Owens and Kathy Kelly have a brother or sister vibe going on when they're both on TV. Yeah, I could see that.
Made his return after nearly a decade. The clip has become WWE's most social moment in history.
We're gonna show Con Man again? I don't know why they cut him out of this. Remember they showed him the first time and then every time they show it afterwards, they didn't show him.
And two guys also looking to shatter records in 2024 is the team known as A-Town Down Under.
This is an embarrassment, Grayson. Nick Aldis asking us to give our New Year's resolutions.
Could have at least asked us to do it on the award-winning talk show, The Grayson Waller Effect. This is all just so meh. Actually, you know what? I've got an idea. Hit my open, roll the ticker. Grayson Waller Effect, here we go.
Hard work. Hit him with it. Hit him with the legato. That's why they have a show. Do it.
Back to your top superstars.
So let's go through our New Year's resolutions for 2024.
Win singles gold.
Win tag team gold.
Ooh, how about win the Royal Rumble?
Headline WrestleMania.
Win the Money in the Bank match.
Ooh.
Again.
Or, you know, for the first time. Could be me.
Could be you.
First one for me. Headline Elimination Chamber.
They really cooled off Austin Theory recently.
Hey, a minute.
I wonder what the thinking behind it is.
What? On the ticker.
You thought they hit us with the Jimmy John's effect? No, not this time. Not yet.
We do not have very punchable faces. That's a lie.
The only thing better than punching one face is punching two at the same time.
Why is it? Grayson and Austin's resolution for 2024
should be to just shut up.
You know what? We don't have to take this. We're betting this 18 down. I'm out of here. I'm going.
I ain't taking this. You're gonna tell where you going? I can't take it. I can't.
Rip your shirt.
I'm sick of this guy.
Why is it so
Rip
amusing
your shirt.
watching Kevin Owens get under those
Austin
two
Theory just
skins?
ripped
Why
his
am I
shirt
not
off.
surprised that you find that to be so
It's
much
cool
fun?
they mixed in
It's
some stuff
funny,
we've
yeah,
never
come
seen
on.
I
before
also
on,
want to know
on
why
this
Kevin Owens
show here.
insists on continuing to harass two of the biggest rising
Didn't
stars
know
on
the best
SmackDown.
of SmackDown
Well, to be fair,
is
Corey,
boring.
Theory and
Raw
Waller
was
did
better.
break Owens' hand
liked
a few
Raw, though?
weeks ago, and
I thought
even
you didn't like
have
Raw.
to admit they do tend to rub people kind of the wrong way. Just like
Or
back
maybe
in
that just
September
shows
when
how
Austin Theory
boring this
decided
is
to confront Pat
to you.
McAfee on SmackDown for no reason.
Theory needs to develop more of a character.
Don't
Yeah,
get
maybe.
me started on Pat McAfee. If you ask me, Pat McAfee should have never been on SmackDown to begin with.
All right, well, listen,
Maybe
your
that is
issues
it.
with McAfee aside, his surprise
But
visit
I've
obviously didn't
enjoyed
sit well
his
with
stuff.
Austin
Maybe I'm
Theory.
just a
He
little
claimed
biased or
that
something because I've
SmackDown
liked
was
him
his
since I
show,
first saw him.
But we all know SmackDown is
So
the
maybe I just
show.
don't
Am
see
I
it.
right?
Match Flow is sponsored by Progressive.
Raw was
A
good.
triple
NXT
threat of
wasn't
protection
SmackDown,
with
was it?
all
Oh yeah,
If you
is cooking. The Rock. Funky as the Rock. Went solo on that, but it's still the same. Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, but don't lose your grip. Non-trize to is a Bonita. It's funny editing, like live editing old rap songs, because there's just parts where you gotta just not say anything for prolonged periods of time. So peep out, the man is great. The Rock cut ahead of Logan Paul? Wait, what? Y'all see The Rock on Christmas dress up like 90s Rock? No, I did not. You got a picture of that? Can you tweet it to me? Grayson said in an interview that he's clear to wrestle? Really? I wonder if he's working on that. I think it'd be great if him and Carmelo were together, like Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello. I think it'd be good if there were a couple on TV and they were just annoyingly like into each other and stuff. I think that could work brilliantly. Because Corey Graves was kind of heelish last time I saw him actually wrestling. I think it could work, and she's mad heelish too, so I think it could work so well. It's a video. Oh, okay. The crowd got more than their ticket value. Oh yeah, WB, absolutely. Make a GSL highlights for the year. Last time Corey wrestled, he was 24/7 champion. Oh yeah. Well, I was talking about back when he was in NXT, but yeah, you're right. Dude, Damage Control. They're the best women's faction. I don't think there even is another one.
WWE is proud to support our local.
Can they coexist? Uh-oh. It's that sentence. Let's get some of these Damage Control girls out here. I'm so glad Kyrie's back, man. She hasn't really done a whole lot, but I think she's so good, and she keeps texting me too, man. It's crazy. It's like since she got back in the United States, she's been texting me a lot more. I wonder why. Kind of makes sense though. Check your Twitter. X. Check your X. Let's see. What do we got? Hard work. Do it because I say so. Oh my God. Yo. It's real. This matters to me. Gritty, read this. It's funny when people tweet me stuff that I already tweeted about. It's like, It's like, check my Twitter every now and then. I get this happening. I'd say at this point almost once a day, where somebody tells me something that I already tweeted about. It's already on my Twitter. I'm like, oh, cool. You saw that too? Cool. But I'm not talking about you. I did not see this. A Gritty Emmy Award show. I used to do that, but I don't want anybody to feel left out. It's always risky when you start doing stuff like that, because it starts making people feel left out, and then they think that I like have something against them, or they take it personally or something, and then it's like what I worked so hard on becomes it becomes something that does the opposite of what I was trying to do. You know, I'm trying to give people props and show them how much I care, and like give them some hype and something to be happy about. And then like if like a person doesn't get on there, then they get upset about it, and it just kind of undoes the intention. So I have done that before. It's just I've learned that it makes a situation where I end up feeling bad afterwards, because I'm not perfect and I forget stuff. So yeah, it's a good idea, and I totally agree with you, but it's just I know I'll mess it up somehow, and then I'll end up feeling bad about something that I tried to do the opposite. You know what I mean? I hope you know. It happens. And I the same thing happens to me. Sometimes people are very nice to me, but then they like leave me out of something, and then I get upset about it. I'm like, oh, what about me? And then people are like, oh, yeah, what? It's like, and so I'm not saying that I'm above it at all. It's something that happens. So I try to just give props right when stuff happens. That way I don't forget.
Friday Night SmackDown on Fox is sponsored by Progressive.
Welcome back to SmackDown.
We get a trophy for No Kid Left Out.
I am still Corey Graves.
And I'm Jackie Redmond. With us now is the roughest, the toughest, the fastest.
Oh, Bianca's
and
here.
The longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
Oh no, she's on the screen.
Am I missing anything else?
I'm on my own. On the screen.
EST of WWE, Bianca Belair.
Bianca,
they're so lucky to have her, man. She is just, my goodness, man. If you could create a like as close to a perfect specimen of like what a wrestler could be, she is it, man. She's got like a racial aspect to where she can represent a movement. She's got an incredible physique. She's believably powerful. She's got a very noticeable look. She's got attitude. I feel like they could do better with her. Obviously, she could be booked better. They could give her a storyline to deal with instead of just always having her come out here like I'm the roughest, toughest, and just saying the same type of stuff over and over again. But overall, man, she is just a prime piece of profit. Triple P. And she's only been wrestling for like 7 years or something, or 6 years. Like it's like wow.
Take that WWE Women's Championship.
Like the sky's the limit, man.
Again in 2024 and make this another great year.
Well, if you're talking about Io Sky, you've got to mention Damage Control.
There's a disappointment I can't say though.
Definitely gave you a run for your money over the past
you can't say.
Is it safe to say that Damage Control is sort of near the rearview mirror for the EST?
Definitely not. I've been going through with Damage Control for, I would say, the past,
Some will be slighted and feel bad when they shouldn't. Exactly. Because I'm going to forget something. It's just going to happen.
With them at War Games. I'm still going through it with them right now.
And so, like, for how hyped someone's going to feel, there's going to be somebody who feels like 10 times more sad about it, you know?
Not done with Damage
Control.
Control
Not a great trade
for Bianca Belair, and understandably so. I mean, we talked about you making history as the longest.
It's like when you do something, when Jeff Keighley does the Game of the Year award, he doesn't have to worry about that because he's not gonna upset anybody he doesn't care about. He's just gonna be like, okay, cool, here's the Game of the Year awards. But like, it becomes kind of personal when it's people you hang out with every day.
I mean, I think that's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. Being able to bring the Divas of content out.
It's a rumor. Oh.
Have them, break it down and show up and show out in front of 70,000 plus people. I think that moment's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I think that was a special moment for me, and not just for me, but
that
for
was
them
cool.
and for all of the fans. But that was like,
I wonder how many times I'm gonna get copyright striked for this for this episode of SmackDown. I swear they're like mixing the theme songs in with everything to the point where it's gonna get me.
The premiere of Love and WWE, Bianca and Montez.
All over your timeline.
Yeah,
Oh.
so my husband and I, Montez Ford, we have a reality series coming out. It's coming out on
It's
Hulu
probably
on
that
February.
thing that guy was talking about earlier, and then I was like, yo, where'd you get that? And then they just never said where they got it. It's probably that.
And everyone else to see it. We filmed it on the road to WrestleMania last year, so everyone knows that that's the most busiest, most hectic time of the year. So we really want to show everybody who we are.
It's probably
you know,
something like
outside
that.
of the ring. Show everybody how we navigated the road to WrestleMania as husband and wife and WWE.
That's kind of where I
super
benefit
excited
from
to share
forgetting
with
certain
everyone,
things
so-
because people do come in here and tend to spoil stuff, but like by the time I see it happen, I've already kind of forgotten. So like I still get that hype feeling. So I guess there is a benefit to having a forgetful streak.
And I want to go back to WrestleMania. I want to four-peat. I want to continue to be undefeated at WrestleMania.
She's always smiling.
So
She's
those
very
are my goals
intelligent.
for
Yeah,
2024.
she's intelligent. She's
No big deal.
crafty. She
Minor
makes her
goals.
own freaking gear, man. Like she's
I've
just.
got to ask you, next week on SmackDown,
How do you make?
Mi Chin will have the
What would you
opportunity
do?
to challenge
Like, how do you
Io
make her
Sky
better?
for her championship. How do you see this one playing out?
I think
Damn,
Io
Michin.
Sky has.
This is
a
the
big
most
task
out of
for
nowhere
her,
match
man.
I think I've
see
seen all
Michin
year,
bringing
man.
it to her.
Michin
Of course,
versus
I'm,
Io Sky.
I'm
Like
cheering
what?
for
Whose
Michin,
idea was
but
this?
selfishly, I do want, Io Sky to retain because I want to be the one to take it off of her because she took it off of me. But with that being said, I think Mitch is going to bring it to her.
I think I know though. I
100%.
think I know
we
what it
might be
is.
seeing a new champion
I think
in
it's.
2024.
I think I know what it is. It's that they want Keith Lee back. Triple H loved Keith Lee. Remember they decorated him. Triple H decorated Keith Lee with. He had both titles. He had the North American title and the NXT World Championship. He obviously Triple H loves Keith Lee. He's probably doing this to like get in the good graces of Keith Lee because Keith Lee is out of AEW as soon as possible. They have done okay with him, but not great. And if he has the chance to work with his wifey, and on top of that, he knows that Triple H has got his back 1000%. He let the dude come up to the main roster and beat Randy Orton. Like he knows he's set if he comes back here. I think that this is a bargaining chip right here. I think that's the only reason Michin's getting this title match. So I said I don't know whose idea it was, but I think I just deduced exactly what this means and exactly why this is happening. Indubitably. Indubitably. Football player that took that ball back in the Clemson game. Oh, dude, he was out on him. That was so cool. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I gotta make a short out of this. This is epic. It's always been my dream to do that. Run a kickoff all the way back. Indubitably. You know what I saw today? I saw a YouTube video where Jim Ross was talking about Goldberg, and he's like, Goldberg was the best whatever position he played that he'd seen. Jim Ross was like, Goldberg was the greatest at his position before he got that injury. Bearcat. Oh man, you know what's gonna be crazy is if Keith Lee turns out to be part of the whole like devil thing, and Adam Cole ends up being the devil. It'd be so funny that like Vince McMahon's idea to put Keith Lee with Adam Cole as his manager, it just still happens anyway. It's one of those inevitable wrestling destinies I talk about. He was good, and Ron Simmons was awesome. Really, Ron Simmons was good? Keith Lee also faced Brian. Yeah. Just Keith Lee's money, man. And I feel like he's way better suited for a WWE run than an AEW run.
You know what, guys?
Uh-oh.
Let's not dwell on the past, okay? Let's talk about all the good.
Oh, they got a different filter on damage control.
Io Sky becoming the WWE Women's Champion. Returning to the WWE is standing
I Gorgoof. You Gorgoof? Gorgoof is a cool name. Gorgoof. Sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons character. You step into the room and Gorgoof is there. The devil is Vince, dude. If the devil is Vince McMahon, then you did it. I will not say anything negative about AEW or constructively criticize AEW for at least a month if Vince is the devil. I'll be like, no, you did it. It's cool. You're great in my book, and I love it. And you get a free pass for a whole month. Yeah, I like this filter. It was me, Tony. Dude, if he's the devil, you got it. Auto point. That's auto point status right there. World's End will get a perfect 10 out of me. The first perfect 10 I've ever given.
And up next, we reflect on the life and the legacy of a man who left an indelible mark on the WWE Universe.
Nice. We're getting the Bray Wyatt. Very nice. Yes. So far, this best of show has been highly entertaining, and the choices have been right on the money for me. Yeah, they pay Vince to do the "It's me, Austin" thing again. But he's like, it was me, Maxwell. It was me all along. I'm telling you, there would probably never be a better wrestling moment than that. I don't know what else could ever happen that would be that legendary. That would just be the end of the competition for like most legendary wrestling moment. I would love it so much, and I'd be like, thank you, AEW. You pulled off the impossible. Even if it's just for one night. Even if he's not really the devil, and they just do it just to do it. Because a lot of times, Tony just does stuff just to do it, you know? There's no follow-up. Like, when he brought in... Eric Bischoff for that, like, one segment, like, sometimes he just does stuff just to do it. Just do it. Please, man. Gritty, Ron Simmons was an All-American for Florida? Oh, I didn't know that. Want the devil to be Vince McMahon? Yeah, dude, please. Love to see WWE versus AEW showdown. They'll never do it, though. WWE won't do it because they would be benefiting AEW by even mentioning them. Like in a competition, when you're already the big dog on campus, and just even mentioning the other brand is going to cause people to be like, yo, what's that? You're not going to mention the other brand. I hope the devil isn't Tony. Even if it's Tony, it's cool. I just really hope it's not some like underwhelming reveal. You know? Like I feel like the worst thing it could be is just somebody who isn't that engaging. Because they've spent so much time on it, now the anticipation is their worst enemy. If they're going to do something like that. If they would have revealed it earlier, then it could have been anybody, but now it's lasted so long that the anticipation is their worst enemy. They need it to be something big like that. I think it'd be cool if it was Tony. Especially since he's so unlikable. Like, he's likable as a like, he seems like a cool guy who really cares about wrestling in that way. Like, he seems like a cool guy in that way, but like, he's unlikable as heck if he really starts getting
with his passion,
getting on your nerves or being. Remember how he was when they were working with Impact?
Simply known as Bray Wyatt.
When they were working with Impact and he would cut those promos on Impact. He's like, I'm a guy who loves wrestling. And, like, if he acted like that, I think it could be all right. Let's go. Oh, man. They're going to try to make me cry right now? What will kill it if the devil would be Jack Perry? I don't think they would kill it because I feel like everybody who's watching AEW is going to keep watching it, but it would just be another thing that could have went better. and will lead to the continued deterioration of people's interests. I don't think it would immediately be horrible, but I just think they shoot themselves in the foot if he's the devil. But it'd be a nice return for him. We're here. Didn't they bring Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? Yeah, he was there for like two shows. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they just do things. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that they would just do something for one time and just broom it. Dude, the Muscle Man dance. I wish I could just play this, but that's probably a copywritten song. What an incredible talent. It just sucks so bad, man. The Devil Baby. That's probably who it's going to be. I would say all signs point to Adam Cole. Which wouldn't suck at all because of the story they built up between him and MJF. It's well done. I just feel like they've waited a little too long to pull the trigger on it. So it's if it's him, it's good, but it's definitely another lesson that Tony should take personally, that he needs to learn how to pull the trigger quicker. He's messed up a lot of people's runs by just sticking straight to his story and his ideas and not pulling the trigger when it's time, not striking while the iron is hot. He's trying to work cold steel instead of just making sure strike while it's hot, man. It's easier. I love that they signed him to a Legends contract, and all the money that they're like, whatever they pay to the Legends, they're paying to his family. So every payout that they would be giving to the Legend contract people, they're giving to his family. So it's basically like he's still here. He's still contributing. That was a really good move by WWE. He's got a stuttering trigger finger. It's just he doesn't want to pull the trigger until the moment is just right for him. But it's like, dude, it might be too late by then. If you always need a headshot, you might not kill. You might not catch the kill, you know?
Scared of him.
If you're always looking for headshots, you're passing up other opportunities. And then by the time that the head is in the scope, it might be right in your face. And then you're not going to get the kill. You're going to get killed. I feel like that's one of his main issues, is that he wants things done his way or no way. And it's cost him hype, it's cost him earnings, it's cost him fans. He just needs to learn to pull the trigger when we say so, not when he says so. Because at the end of the day, it's about us. It should be, at least, right? Shouldn't it? If you have a TV show on, shouldn't it be about entertaining people? Why are you on TV if you're just trying to do your own thing? You could be in an empty arena just watching matches you want to watch. I'm sure he could just rent out an arena and sit there and watch matches, you know, pay people to wrestle in front of him. You don't need to be on TV if it's going to be all about you. I like that truth. If you're always looking for headshots, exactly. Like, just pull the trigger when you can get the kill, man. Don't wait for the perfect shot, because guess what? You might miss. Your main idea should be to get the freaking shot, man. If you're always waiting for things to be perfect, you're missing opportunities, and so you're missing altogether. Because every shot you don't take is a shot that you won't make. I'm not saying always be pulling the trigger, but it's like, dude, when everybody's saying, do it now, it's time to do it now, man. Especially if it's not all about you. by not pulling the trigger when everybody around you is saying to pull the trigger, you're either the smartest person in the world, or my camera's broken. You're either the smartest person in the world, or maybe you're not right. My camera's been doing weird things today. Yeah, it's broken. There we go. All right, I fixed it. Whoa, I did not fix it. There we go. All right, I fixed it.
On the absolute best of 2023.
We're back.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. For a job you'll love.
And look at my face.
This past week, the WWE Live Event Holiday Tour took the country by storm, spanning in multiple cities and jam-packed arenas across the U.S. WWE Universe couldn't get enough.
Oh, the Hurt Business was all together. Don't tell me they're going to introduce a trios title. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
We are packed in the most famous arena in the world.
Madison Square Garden, which
Eddie knows.
record for a non-televised WWE event with a sold-out crowd of nearly 16,000 fans in attendance. Highlighted by CM Punk's
Oh, that was Ricochet versus Bronson Reed. Ooh, I bet you that was a good match.
You have carried me throughout my career to my greatest moments, and this is one of them. An amazing way to close out 2023. And here's General Manager Nick Aldis with a preview of the first SmackDown
Nick
of
Aldis.
2024.
Well, I think it's safe to say that 2023 has been a banner year for the Blue brand.
They did so good by bringing this guy in. And one of my favorite things about him is he can step out here at any time and smash somebody. It's the perfect type of general manager. In my opinion, he is a perfect general manager. Because he's a good talker. He's got a great look. He's got prestige. He's got a great tenure. He's got a great history. He's respectable as heck. And if anybody gets out of line, he could be at the pay-per-view, dude. He could come see you. He's just the perfect general manager. There's nothing wrong with him at all.
Terrific job so far. You are very nailing it. British icon. But can I just say something?
Not in WWE3. Oh my god! Yeah.
If I will.
Please don't
Instead
do it.
Of next week, Pretty Deadly taking on Butcher,
you know one of my
mystery
least
partner
favorite
of choice.
things. One of my least favorite things is when you have to tell me how many people are going to be in a tag match. I'm like, dude, all right, you already messed up. If they're like, it's a 6-man tag, I'm like, all right, not watching. Don't care. 8-man tag, okay, all right, don't care. Like, as soon as you got to tell me how many men are in a tag team match, you already messed up with me, man.
Of course, exactly. We just gets it.
Even 2 is too much to me, but there's a dynamic to it that is very pleasing to the eye when someone has to come save you and you get the hot tag and all that. Like that's cool, but more than 2 people on each side is just stop it. I know there's exceptions. There are good matches that happen, but it comes down to the people in it and their performance. It's not even the match itself anymore.
Because guess what? You just made a big mistake. Big, huge.
Left that came out at the Rumble and eliminates Theory or Waller? Nick Aldis? Heck yeah. Dude, I'm down with that.
Did Pretty Deadly just
Be a
get
great
denied?
surprise.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
I'm so down with it. Nick Aldis is money as heck.
Let's just leave that to
He's
the
one of the most
professionals, okay?
prestigious
That is no
and
way
like
to treat our future tag team champions. But
classy
you know who wouldn't
wrestlers.
stand
Like
for that
if
sort
I
of
was a
treatment?
wrestler, I feel like I would act
The
like him.
social
I feel like that would be my
sensation,
gimmick. I'd be the
Logan
like
Paul.
classy wrestler.
You're not kidding, Corey. The Maverick is no stranger to going viral. That's
Yes.
for sure either.
Logan. Dang, they waited a long time. They told us this was coming up next, and it's been like half an hour.
It's good stuff. I'm waiting for my deal.
Jealous, huh?
Sure am.
Whoa.
But the Logan Paul brand skyrocketed throughout 2023, and the only thing left to do was capture WWE gold. But to do that, Paul would have to defeat the legendary luchador Rey
Pretty.
Mysterio.
That was awesome stream last night. Thank you, Robert. A lot of it had to do with radio. Radio hooked us up with a lot of really good stuff. Or, well, me. Me and Panda.
We know Logan Paul can be a hothead too, and that will cause him to make some errors.
They can still take care of someone. Oh, yeah. And he's still boop as heck, man. It's like, you can tell that he's staying in shape under those suits.
The tremendous balance of Ray with a shot to the kidney. Now, a right hand, Logan Paul.
Shot to the kidney.
Started here.
Shot to the kidney. Highly illegal.
It also doesn't seem like you can get anything over on him. Yeah, he seems super smart. Like, he's just a perfect general manager, dude, through and through. I can't think of anything wrong with him. I can't think of anything they can improve. And they're not just jumping right into him wrestling anybody either, like I thought they would. I thought that they brought him in and he was gonna be wrestling somebody the next month or something. They've waited and they've done it in a good way to build respect for him. And I think his first match might be versus Roman Reigns at this point, and that's just sign me up, dude. Sign me up. If he's gonna fight Roman Reigns in his first match in WWE, then that's just legend stuff. Who ruined SmackDown? What happened, Panda? They just had Bray Wyatt on. That's got to buy them a little bit of goodwill, right? Urban and lasagna.
Well, you don't get abuse like that in a boxing ring, and I don't know how you can throw that big haymaker.
Maybe Aldis versus Pierce. Oh yeah, they could both wrestle too. I thought they were gonna do that. I thought they were gonna have that for Survivor Series.
For the first time in this match, Rey Mysterio building momentum now with the United States Championship on the line.
That could have been something crazy right there. Have they ever done that? The general managers of Raw and SmackDown have a match at Survivor Series? Maybe Pierce wasn't like in the right type of shape or something. Maybe he wanted to tighten it up and train and get his cardio together so that he could have just a crazy good match. Because they're both previous NWA World Champions, right? So I think that just the pride might be what stopped that from happening. If it's just a thought, it might not be what happened, but I think that. Goodness, next year, if next year's Survivor Series we get Aldis versus Postman Pierce, that'll be one of my most anticipated matches and probably a match of the night. Paul ruined SmackDown? Aw, so he's enough to ruin SmackDown? Ah, nah. Sorry, Gritty. That was for your neighbor. Wait, the one who wants to beat you up? Or some other neighbor? Nick and Postman, whoever wants to get Randy. Yeah, see, they could have done it like that. Bray Wyatt is way better than Roman Reigns? I don't think so, actually. I actually don't enjoy Bray Wyatt's wrestling that much. I think he's okay. You might be right technically. I think Bray Wyatt probably knows more about wrestling and probably can perform more maneuvers. But I feel like I enjoy the average Roman Reigns match a little bit better. I see what you're saying though. He probably is better overall. He definitely has like his mind it just puts him leaps and bounds ahead of Roman. He's enough to ruin a title. Panda, you guys in that shower picture. It just stays in you guys' head. You just can't get that shower picture out of your head. Oh, Roman has come a million miles, dude. He was Pluto back in the suffering succotash days, and now he's like Mercury, dude. He's so much closer to the spotlight. He's so much closer to the sun. He was so wacky back then. He has come a long way. I absolutely agree. It's commercial break right now, by the way, guys. No, your other neighbor. Oh, okay. It's not the one who wants to beat you up. Dude called out Ray on a show no one cares about. Panda, like, that was one of the biggest shows of the year. More people were probably watching that than watch WWE. See you, Gritty. Be back tomorrow. Okay, cool. Thank you, Letters. Dewey. I'm gonna call you Dewey. The end of your name looks like Dewey to me. Dewey Finn. Who's Dewey Finn? What's that from? Dewey Finn. I remember this name, Dewey Finn. Does anybody know what that's from? Dewey Finn? I could Google it real quick, but I want to know if anybody knows just off the top of their head. Who's Dewey Finn?
Will go in high risk, and that is the realm of Rey Mysterio. It's a brave strategy, and it doesn't look like it's going to pay off.
Logan Paul knocked down back into the
Yeah, dude, Logan Paul is a content monster. He knows how to make a buzz, and that's why he is where he is. If he didn't know how to make a buzz about himself, he'd never be in this ring with Rey Mysterio right now. Telling me they just pick YouTubers? Nah, man, this guy knows what's up. Mick Foley's son, Dewey Finn?
That is absolutely ridiculous. The risk to pull a maneuver like that off.
Okay, and who is still talking about it, huh? No one's still talking about it. No one cares. I don't want to hear two what? Beep? Beeps? I don't want to hear two beeps. And I gotta delete that. You said panda words. Women don't like them YouTubers. That's true. Look, 2 matches from Crown Jewel are on this show. Crown Jewel was a good pay-per-view. Hits ain't a bad word. That's not what you said. Look, even Twitch wasn't having your Kappa. Even Twitch was like, nah, that ain't even Kappa. Stop the Kappa.
Well, that's how he beat Ricochet at SummerSlam.
And again, one of Logan Paul's cronies walking out here to the ring and handing the brass knuckles to Logan Paul, and Mysterio has no idea.
You're one of the best, Panda. You're so cool, Panda. I'm so glad to have you here. You're like you're part of the lifeblood. I appreciate you a lot. Uh-oh. It's Santos, the fresh maker. Let me get Rey Mysterio on the screen, actually. Hang on. Where's Rey Mysterio? There he is.
And I think Escobar may make this man pay. This guy better start running.
I've been slacking on the layout. I'm sorry, guys.
Escobar in pursuit. Chasing that jerk out of the arena.
So I'm really into hanging out and talking with you guys right now.
Mysterio. Oh, wait a minute. Paul got the brass knuckles.
No, Ringmaster. No.
Mysterio has no idea. 619 connecting though. Mysterio with an opportunity.
How many times did Panda make it on the bump this year? Yeah, Panda, you should rate your appearances on the bump. Your top 10 moments. Top 10 Panda bump moments. Your favorite time all the way through like number 10 or whatever. That'd be a cool idea for a tweet, right? A post of like your favorite times you showed up on the bump. I would definitely like and retweet that. Logan Paul wins the championship. I think LA Knight's gonna be the one to get it. It's my Twitter location 11 times on the bump. See, so you should do it. The top 10 Panda bump moments. Sounds weird, Panda bump, but you know, maybe that's just what you call your tummy. I think that's what Poe would call his Panda bump from Kung Fu Panda. Oh, this is just my Panda bump. We have KBs. I hope we got some KBs, baby.
When we return, we relive the blockbuster main event.
They just finished the interview with Rey Mysterio. I really wish I could have. Really wish I could have hung with you guys for that. What's this? What's this game? WWE Superstars? WWE Champions? What is this? Over-the-top mobile action. This looks familiar. Maybe I played this. Mayhem, that's what it is. Are we live? Did it let me continue the stream? Let me see. It did. Nice. Yo, YouTube is upgrading. Normally it makes like a new stream. And then you end up with a stream with no thumbnail and all that. That's really cool. Nice. Thank you, YouTube. Upgrades. All right, we're back. This always happens to me. Like the internet will drop out when I'm actually doing pretty well. Like people are hanging out, having fun, and it's like somebody pulls the plug on my stream. They're like, "Nah, man, it's getting popular." I'm muted. Muted. Hang on. I just heard myself though. That's lies. You made me think about it. You actually got me, Panda. I even though I just heard myself, I thought maybe it was happening. Dang it, Panda. How did you get me? I literally just heard myself like 2 seconds ago. Rey Mysterio just said that he appreciates what Logan Paul's been doing. He says he's doing what he needs to do to be the superstar he is today, and I absolutely agree. And he said though there's still beef though. He says that anybody who wants to get it can get it. So Rey Mysterio is still on the hunt. I love that Rey Mysterio is still wrestling while his son is having this moment in time, because I feel like that is a moment, the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio moment that we're getting right now. I feel like that's exactly what LeBron James wants, and I feel like LeBron might be able to get it. He's slowed down his style of basketball, but he's still producing, and I think he wants to be in the NBA at the same time as his son and possibly play against him and stuff. I feel like that could be such a cinematically epic moment in basketball history for all of us to witness, not just them. I feel like it can matter to everybody, and it's so cool that Ray and Dominic are having that moment right now. Make sure you guys refresh if you haven't already done that. And thank you to everybody who rejoined on YouTube. I know YouTube is it's a little difficult when streams go down. I'm glad that we got the internet back online. I look forward to seeing LeBron and his son in the NBA at the same time, and even if his son is not that great, because from what I've seen, his son just had a college basketball game where he scored like 2 points or something. So I don't know.
2024 preview special.
I don't know if it's gonna be epic in that way, but it'll be epic anyway.
Featuring Randy Orton, AJ Styles.
I got Hall of Fame nod, and you think he's ready to ride off in the sunset? Still doing, yeah, he's doing it at a high level because he's slowed it up. If you see the way he wrestles, you can tell he's done it on purpose. He's been smart about it. He's gotten the stem cells, he's gotten the surgeries, he's being very smart about this stage of his career.
As the Big Ten collides with the Big 12.
La 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 la. I like the Ben character when I was a kid. Didn't realize until many years later it was played Fisher Stevens, who is Caucasian.
In 2023, Corey, one thing remained
Wait,
constant.
what? Did I miss something?
The dominance of the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, the Tribal Chief has now held that title for an astonishing 1,216 days. I mean, it's the longest reign in like 40 years.
It's time for the creepy Roman statue.
The table has decimated every superstar who has dared to challenge him. But
the man, dude. He's the absolute man.
Especially with the return of the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
He's just the one right now.
From his 18 months of action.
Short Circuit. Oh, I love those movies.
Forget about LA Knight, who skyrocketed to megastar in the 2023.
And AW used that NBA song. Yeah, they did. And it was obviously the Young Bucks choice.
Is sponsored by WWE 2K23.
La 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 la. Hopefully get some 2K24 info soon, man. With that Trish Stratus website reveal, hopefully we get some 2K24. I was just saying it last week. Isn't it about time that we get at least a screenshot or something? Game's probably coming out in like a month or two, maybe 3. Isn't it time to show us something? We get disrespected the most out of any fan base. The people who buy these WWE games, there's no other developer who treats their fan base like us, man. They take advantage of us so much, and they don't treat us right at all. They gotta upgrade their like boots to the ground campaign, man. They suck so bad at that. You know it and I know it, man. There's nobody who gets disrespected more in gaming than us. Pre-order the game. Pre-order the game. I'm gonna pre-order a game I haven't seen 1 second of. That sounds great. Just blindly give them money. That's why we're in the situation we're in right now, is people just giving them money. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Sounds like a good usage of money. Spend money on something you've never seen and don't know anything about. If that's how you spend money, hey, I got a tip link. Please tip me. Tip me for tomorrow's stream. Give me $60.
Is back, and he has inserted himself into a crowded field, Corey, of would-be
Should change my name to
challengers
2K so I could just get money for free. Exactly, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, Paul Heyman's in the studio.
I was not aware, but apparently we've got a very special guest. The special counsel to the tribal chief, the wise man himself, Paul Heyman.
Heartbreak
Mr.
beats.
Heyman, welcome.
Super duper pertinent and awesome comment. I love
Excuse
it.
my reach. Sir. Appreciate that, sir. While we have you here, I can't think of a better person to ask this question. Roman Reigns has switched roles recently from hunter to hunted. What with Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles all breathing down the champion's neck. Is Roman starting to feel the heat at all?
Yes.
What about his preparation? Has it changed at all, considering who he's up against?
Yes.
Yes.
Of the 3 men who will compete to battle Roman at the Royal Rumble, does the tribal chief have a preference?
Yes.
Preference for?
Is one maybe the bigger threat than the other? Or?
No, just 3 top challengers, all of whom are qualified to be world heavyweight champions, universal heavyweight champions, en masse, coming after the #1 box office attraction in the history of sports entertainment is enough.
Paul Heyman is so good, man. I love
for
Paul
I,
Heyman. Absolutely love Paul Heyman.
to be concerned.
I feel like he might really be the best manager in professional wrestling
right now. He might feel about Solo Sikoa being deemed the tribal heir.
Now we're going to get personal.
I like Don Callis a lot, though. I think Don Callis is money as heck.
This is where he does the call Roman Reigns thing.
Greatest manager of all time, man. Maybe he's up there. But you got people like
call Jimmy Uso.
You got Jimmy Hart. You got freaking Jim Cornette. A lot of people named Jim. You got
Hot Tag.
Hot Tag.
OG.
You got Bobby the Brain. You got
okay, check this
Paul
out.
Bearer.
Now I hear you, Corey Graves.
You got Don Callis right now. You got
Jimmy Uso hating on the little brother? Is he hating on the tribal chief?
Gosh, when Leo Rush was managing, I'm not saying Leo Rush is all the way up there, but Leo Rush was mad entertaining as the manager of Bobby Lashley.
So to answer your question, the bloodline is Roman Reigns scared of LA
Paul
Knight?
Ellering,
No.
yeah,
Is
you
he
got some
afraid
good
of
managers,
the
man.
Viper Randy Orton?
Bobby the Brain, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You think he's thinking about y'all?
You know what I'm
No,
saying
the
about the
tribal chief
brain?
is at home,
Look at his little doggy.
sitting by a nice warm fireplace with some roasted chestnuts, with some eggnog. You think he's tripping about y'all?
I love the little doggy.
Matter of fact, I'm about to call Tribal Chief right now, and I'm about to ask him, how are you enjoying your eggnog, Tribal Chief? Do you like it? Happy New Year to
Why
y'all.
is he so
Happy New
goofy
Year
right
to
now?
the
I wonder what
bloodline.
part of the story this is.
Yeah, that's Solo. Holla at y'all, deuces. Ooses.
So there's that.
They're all
Sensational Sherry. Oh my
Everyone's
goodness,
nice.
dude.
And we've got a lot to look forward to.
I know I'm leaving out
We
a
certainly
trillion
do, in
great
2024,
managers.
and after what we just heard from Jimmy Uso, I can't wait for next Friday night. I mean, the New Year's Revolution edition of SmackDown, where we
Even
will
right now
get
with
an answer. We will
Saint
find
Laurent
out Roman
on
Reigns' next
MLW,
challenger
he's
for
doing
the
a good job with the
undisputed
WTF
Universal Championship
WTF crew.
at the Royal
He's
Rumble.
doing a pretty good
But
job.
Jackie, it was
Oh,
this past year's
oh
Royal
my
Rumble
God,
where
dude, you
Cody
can't
Rhodes
leave out what's her name
29
from
other superstars and punched his
Lucha
ticket to
Underground.
the main event of WrestleMania.
The girl who was managing Mil Muertes, she was incredible. To me, that was just. To this day, I'll tell you that I think her episode, Lucha Underground, is the best wrestling show ever. She killed it. What was her name? Not S Star. No, the girl who's with Mil Muertes. The girl who used to lick people, and she was awesome. Oh, freaking Conan with Ricochet.
And this is a smart strategy by Cody.
No, not Abaddon. And
Isolate a body part and pick it apart.
Panda's just coming up with names.
You damage a leg, you damage an arm. You begin to limit Roman's weapons.
Caught by Reigns. Rhodes wanted a disaster.
What is her name? Dude, Heartbreak. Do you remember what her name was? The girl with Mil Muertes?
Cody Rhodes is lucky that he survived this mistake.
She's so good. She was just money.
You rarely get more than one error.
Katrina. Yeah, Katrina. Melissa. She was there, though. Panda, you got closer. You got much closer.
Roman just basking in the energy of the WWE Universe.
Yeah, Katrina. I didn't know either. That's why I started asking for help. I couldn't catch it at all. I couldn't even think of one letter in her name. Yeah, Melissa was the Brian Cage. Oh my God. Yeah, Katrina, dude. Great manager. Just epic. Who else is good?
Cody knew what he needed to do, but now Cody needs to do the
We
work.
already said Cornette. I mean, I feel like there's a couple left, but they might not be in the same like stratosphere as these people.
Roman back into the ring. Cody Rhodes. Solo with that weight belt. Whipped right
Cornette isn't good. Cornette was a good manager.
but the official heard it. I believe he heard it, Corey.
Throw him out. Yo, the crowd explodes.
Solo's been ejected. Solo got caught.
Lucha Underground. No, I'm not saying Cornette was in Lucha Underground. I'm putting together a list of like all the best managers of just all time.
Chaos is spreading as more mysterious portals have.
But they finally acknowledged what I was telling you about, Panda. Remember I was telling you about how somebody famous showed up in Lucha Underground, but I didn't want to tell you who it was. This was maybe like a year ago, and I just never revealed it. They revealed it. It was Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio was at a Lucha Underground show. He was in the audience. Remember, you asked me a long time ago. You were like, "Has anybody showed up in Lucha Underground in the audience who's famous?" And I was like, "I can't tell you that." It was Dominic. Dominic was in the audience. Mr. Fuji, yeah. Mayokozuma. Heck yes, man. The Grand Wizard? I wasn't watching back then. Johnny Mundo, yeah. It was Dominic Mysterio was in the audience of a Lucha Underground show. Yeah, Mr. Fuji was awesome. It's commercial break right now, by the way. So I guess they're ending the show with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, which does in a way show their thinking of like what's the most epic. You see Blue Pando? Blue Pando is asleep right now. I've been changing the color of Pando each show. Pando's been adjusting their camouflage to blend in, catch you guys while you're sleeping. But now Pando's sleeping. I also managed Demolition, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing at least 2 other really epic managers. Gosh, I'm trying to think of. Oh, yo, Jake the Snake is epic, but it's just the run that Lance Archer's on is not great. But Jake the Snake is an epic manager, man. I like him a lot, and what the few times he's been able to actually try to put over his client have been awesome. Jake the Snake is so good. Who else? We said Paul Ellering, but what about Tully Blanchard? Was he good for Sean Spears? I feel like maybe he wasn't that great. I feel like he tried, but it just had just nothing to it. I hope Sean Spears is out of Dodge immediately. Get out of AEW, dude. They're using you like they're using you like I use my tap dancing shoes. Like it's getting no use, and it's just I don't even have them, and I hope they don't even have you. Arn had a small run with Cody. Oh yeah, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. It could have been better, but I definitely wouldn't put him up there.
Cody Rhodes.
Boing. Superman punch, dude. A replay of our subscriber image.
The right hand of the champ. The right hand of God mode.
Double-digit thumbs up on the YouTube stream, by the way, guys. Thank you very much. If you've not already left a thumbs up on the YouTube stream, please take a second and do it. It helps the algorithm, and I could really use it for tomorrow. I wanna make sure that we get as many people in here as possible tomorrow for World's End. And your thumbs up tonight can help that happen. So please do it if you can. Aquaman versus Homelander, I see it. Glock Arn, yeah. Panda didn't like that. JJ Dillon, who's that?
The champ could be in trouble. Cody Rhodes lands on his feet.
Spear you. That's uno dos. No. You had him on Grapple Chat. It was horrible. You remember that, Panda? I remember that too. I got rid of it quick though. Remember? You said you didn't like it, and I was like, all right, it's cool. I agree. Remember, it was called like Glock Talk. Glock Talk. Yeah, I got rid of it quick. And I was like, get it out of here.
Champion and challenger both appear to have a little bit more fight left.
That's funny that we both remember it so vividly. Let's go. Radio knows. Radio, thank you for coming to the other channel.
For Cody, it's legacy. It's to do something that his family's never done before, has never accomplished.
Just saying how Cody should have went back to AEW after he lost this match. I don't know. I didn't really hear that. But I saw people very upset, which is exactly what you need to do, dude. In wrestling, sometimes you gotta upset people. It can't all be hunky-dory. That makes things whack, you know? We've already seen what that comes to. When you always let the hometown people win and every match is predictable, it just becomes so sanitized and not exciting. Sometimes you gotta do stuff like this. You can't overdo it, but this was a perfect decision, dude. And they're booking for the long run. They're not booking for you to just get what you want immediately. And in the long run, it was a great decision, because if Cody would have won this match, then what? He just has the title and just to cut his boring politician promos, and Roman's just gone. Like, I don't know, man. Get him. Yes. Red Shoe Diaries, starring Roman Reigns. Glock Talk was the best form. It sounds very threatening, doesn't it? It's like, yo, tell me what you know. Roman wins and retains Solo. And I love it, dude. The story is so perfect. Roman's not the best wrestler, but he has a family behind him. He has the backup to the point where they are going to bat for him. And it just makes it so much more believable. Once his support system is gone, he's going to get beat by whoever is there. It's so much better than all the rest of these stories that you see all the time where like somebody's a super dominant champion and then somebody just comes along and beats him out of nowhere. It's like, how does that make sense? He was dominant for 3 straight years and then all of a sudden somebody beats him. Like, that's not a good story. This is a great story because Roman's not the best wrestler, but he has a family full of super killers around him who are protecting him and keeping the title on him because they believe in his vision and they believe in the tribal chief. That's a perfect story, because when he gets beat, it's going to be because he doesn't have that anymore. It will make sense perfectly when he loses the title. This is why I don't understand why people are so up in arms about the Roman Reigns storyline, because he's not burying anybody. He's elevating all these people into world champion status. Everybody he's fought is now world champion status. It's just they always had a little thing that kept them away from it, and it wasn't him. So when he loses, it will be extremely believable, and whoever finally does it will have to have that backup, will have to eliminate the family. Like, it's a perfect story. It's absolutely perfect. I love it so much.
Compete to see who will face Logan Paul for the United States title at the Royal Rumble.
And let's not forget, the Maverick himself will be
He managed the
live
4
from the sold-out Rogers
horsemen.
Arena in Vancouver, BC, to witness that match firsthand.
I mean, what an incredible way to kick
I remember a different Red Shoe Diaries.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Knockout week. That's going to do it for us.
That's why I brought it up, J-Rock.
Of 2023. You have any New Year's resolutions?
Sleepy Redman looks good wearing black.
Just a little less grinchy. I'm Jackie
Ringmaster's always going to bring it up.
All of us at WWE have a safe and happy New Year. Thanks for watching.
She's got the most noticeable squint out of anybody I've ever seen. You can see her squint from like a football field away. She's so squinty. So sleepy looking. But she's like sleepy in a pretty way. I don't know if it makes sense. She's got it. There's no grapple chat tonight. We're not giving this a point or anything. Review shows, recap shows get no points. They're just compilations of things we've already seen. I do feel like they did a good job tonight, but we're not giving it a score. I know some people were probably looking forward to scoring it, so I'm sorry to let you down, but it's not fair. It's not fair to give a score for a recap show, because it's a compilation of things that were great, obviously. So it's probably, from a match standpoint, it's going to be great, and then on top of that, it's probably going to be moments that you already loved. It's just it's a time off type of thing. So we're not scoring it. We're going to just call it a day. We're not calling it a day for the stream, but we're not doing Grapple Chat. And everybody who's on the YouTube channel, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure that you migrate to the Twitch channel, because that's where we'll be doing the remainder of the content tonight. And the moment of the year is the Bloodline storyline. It beat out the Bray Wyatt stuff by 6%. So man, that Bray Wyatt feud with LA Knight had a incredible impact on people, and mattered so much, because to lose by only 6% to a storyline that's still currently going on, and something that happened months and months and months ago. Great stuff, man. Ending the poll. There we go. Good stuff, by the way. Everybody, thank you for your votes. Thank you for being part of this. And make sure that you get on over to the Twitch channel. It's under the same name, GrittyUrbanSaga. I appreciate you very much. And I'm not quite sure how to end this part of the YouTube stream without just ending it. So thank you. And make sure you get on over to twitch.tv/GrittyUrbanSaga. I'll see you there. All right? All right. Yeah, LA Knight, he benefited immensely, because I feel like he came out of that feud with a lot of momentum, and he did a great job. No reason to score. I know, right? Like, all those moments were already part of the SmackDowns. You're completely right about it. It creates an unfair situation, and on top of that, this should just be a celebration of, like, hey, that was a cool year, right? Like, it shouldn't be a show that needs a Grapple Chat or anything like that. I'll see you, YouTube. Get to Twitch.